The time I nearly got kidnapped.
Story time, episode 2.
Vanakkam everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, to Anikiraha. And today it's another story time and I'm going to tell you about the time, yes, I didn't lie, the time I nearly got kidnapped But basically, okay, this is another story that happened in Korea and this was in Itaewon. So if you know about Itaewon, Itaewon is like a heavily foreigner place in Korea, and it was, I think, like the first or second week literally I was in Korea, and I was with my friend from Quebec, and it was like the freshers event, and so we went to like the Sogang foreigner introduction event thingy, and then you go clubbing. Basically you get these wristbands and then you go clubbing. So me and my friend, we went to a club and we were having a good time. It was all good, and we were in Itaewon, so it's mostly foreigners in clubs, right? And then there was this really hot guy. Like, he was tall, dark, muscles, beautiful, handsome and stuff, and like, you know, you just dance with them in the club and it's not that big of a deal. And we were doing that, and it wasn't specifically a really packed club, but it wasn't like empty. There was like a medium club and it was all fine. But you know, it was just like we danced together and that's it, right? And then my friend had to go to the bathroom, so my friend goes to the bathroom, and then I'm waiting outside, and the guy's like, "Oh, let's go." And I'm like, "Go where?" And he's like, "Let's go." Like, he spoke English, obviously. He was a foreigner, by the way, and he was like, "Yeah, let's go." And I was like, "Go where? Like, what?" And I think he thought we were drunk, but we weren't drunk. Like, we were like, you know, like just in a giddy mood, if that makes sense. And then he literally like grabs me by the arm and he's like yanking me, and then my friend comes perfectly at that time out of the loo, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And she grabs like the other side of me, so I'm literally like in the middle, like, ooh, like being swayed. But my friend is like very petite in the sense that she's not very strong, and I mean that with all the love, and she knows that too. But obviously this guy is like massive and is like really strong. He probably lifts like hundreds of kilos, and I don't know anything about weights, but and he was like dragging me, and then at some point he like, so obviously I'm in the middle and my friend's holding this arm and he's holding this arm. With his empty arm he grabs my friend and he like literally flings her, and you know, she had a bruise that day too, like from where he had grabbed her, and he's like literally driving me up the club, and my friend comes back and she's holding on the other side of the holding the other side of me, and he's like getting angry, like he's visibly getting aggressive and angry, and like no one around is helping. And I think that's just the culture there. Like, if it was England, girls would be like on the case to like save me, right? But I think there it's just people don't get involved in other people's business, and obviously they didn't know if we were a couple or anything like that. And he's literally driving me upstairs and my friend's holding on, and then literally only when we got to the top and I'm like, help, like, okay, so it was an underground club, right? And then the stairs go upstairs to the entrance to the main road, right? And then I'm literally like, help, and no one's helping me, and I'm like, do I just say help? No one's helping me. And my friend's like, obviously still, you know what, those are the friends you need. That friend, she knows as well, I love her to bits, and honestly I wish we could have spent more time together. But then and then the bouncers basically had to stop it, and then were like, "Do you know him?" And we were like, "No." And he was like, "Yeah." Like, the guy was like, yeah. And then I was like, I don't want to go anywhere with you. But yeah, if it wasn't for my friend, I honestly don't know what would have happened that day, and I literally could have been kidnapped. And he was so physically strong, he could literally have just carried me away if it wasn't for my friend grabbing me on the other side. But yeah, it was really traumatic. And I don't think I went to like clubbing in Itaewon a lot after that, unless it was a big group, because I was so scared. But then, you know what happened? I saw him again. I was out in Hongdae and I saw him again. Like, we were in the club and I saw him inside the club. Like, I saw him and I was like, I recognize him from somewhere, but I didn't realize like which memory it was. Like, I was like, maybe we're friends. And then I looked at him and then I realized he was, and I literally ducked, and I swear to God, I literally just hid, and my friends were like covering me. It was really bad because I was like, guys, save me. But yeah, mad times, nearly got kidnapped. It's nothing to flex, guys. This is not normal. I'm not saying a proud moment. It was really scary. But yeah, scary times.